Good morning, Shemstars. Welcome to class. Hope you all are fine. We are doing chapter number 2, Social Change and Social Order, and today we will cover following topic: social order, its meaning, and different social orders like domination, authority, and law. So let us start with our chapter. Social order and social change can be understood together. Every established social system has a tendency to regulate change or resist it. In order to establish a strong social system, every society needs to maintain stability, which is possible only if the social order is maintained. Social order helps society to prevent, control, and regulate social changes, and social order is needed for systematic functioning of society. The individuals and institutions are required to follow the given set of rules at all times and behave in an established manner. In short, it can be said that in order to maintain its already established social order, the societies need to resist change. Now we talk about social control. It means the active maintenance and reproduction of a particular pattern of social relations and of values and norms. First of all, we discuss about first social order, that is domination. We understand that all societies are stratified into high and low strata. This division is generally based upon the social, economic, and political status and power of the person. Those who have more social, economic, and political power tend to dominate over the other. Domination can be referred as a relationship of power that is stable and settled, and the parties involved have become accustomed to their relatives' position in the relationship. Dominance exists as a feeling in the temperament or personality of the individual. It is basically a personal trait which may also be related to specific situation. An individual may become dominant over others if he holds the topmost position in a group, or if he finds himself to be surrounded by submissive people, or if he finds that he is elder to others in a given situation. For example, a father may play a dominant role in the family. The eldest male or female play a dominant role in a joint family. A leader plays a dominant role when he is among his followers. The employer tends to dominate over his employees, and so on. Now next we talk about authority. The exercise of authority is a constant phenomenon in human society. Authority serves as the foundation of social order whereby the human society maintains itself. Authority exists in all kind of organization, whether they are political or non-political. Authority is defined by Max Weber as the legitimate form of power that implies conformity to existing norms of right, property, and justice. Weber has referred to three types of legitimate authorities which help to bring about social order and change in the society. First is traditional authority. Traditional authority has a special appeal for the people, for it is something which has always been there. It gives them a sense of security to have the same social order which has existed in the past. People obey a rules or accept the authority of a ruling party or a parent because in doing so by the past generations it has given their society order and continuity. Second type of authority is rational legal authority. The rules and regulations formed and implemented from time to time by rulers, ruling parties, or those in authority are a part of rational legal authority. Those in authority can exercise their power only within legally defined limits that have been formally set in advance. Authority is power that is considered to be justified or proper. For example, a police officer, judge, or a school teacher all exercise different kind of authority as part of their job. Now, third type is charismatic authority. When people attach exceptional or supernatural qualities to particular political religious leader, it is called charismatic authority. Such persons who hold charismatic authority have great power to influence people through their speech, thoughts, and words. They generally have a large following and tend to influence people to behave in particular ways. For example, the leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Ramdev, APJ Abdul Kalam are able to maintain certain social order till they live and continue to influence people. Though people exercise authority, it is always related to their social statuses. An individual exercises authority as long as he occupies a specific status. Authority is well established in association when they become more organized. Hence, authority is generally exercised in a status relationship. Now, next we have law. Law is the most powerful formal means of social control. Laws can be enacted only by law making authority and they apply equally to all the members of a society and the state. Laws are always written and recorded in some fashion. In primitive societies, custom and religion were enough to bring about social order, but in modern societies, religion is losing its grasp over people and has become ineffective in bringing about social order. Hence, laws are enacted by the state to maintain social order in the society. A law is an codified norm or rule. It is usually comprising of formal rules by which society is governed and it is applicable to all citizens. Like domination and authority, law not only act as an instrument of maintaining social order but also brings about social change. Law adjusts itself to changing social condition. New laws can be enacted in order to meet the times of crisis. Laws are more flexible and adaptable than customs. Law can be introduced, amended, or abolished with great ease in order to bring about desired changes in society. The Hindu Marriage Act 1956 is one such example. Thank you, Shemstars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on Google Classroom. Take care.